Lewis structures can also be drawn for polyatomic ions, such as the cyanide ion, whose formula we know to be Cn-1. From this, we know that we have carbon in group 4a that has 4 valence electrons, and we have nitrogen in group 5a that has 5 valence electrons. This gives us a total of 9 valence electrons for our compound from just the atoms. Now in this case, since we have an ion, we know that it has a charge, and it has an extra 1 electron in this case that we need to add to our total, which brings us up to 10 valence electrons for our structure. To get started drawing the structure, we're going to place our carbon atom and our nitrogen atom, and we're going to connect them by a single covalent bond, which uses up 2 of our electrons from our total of 10, bringing us down to 8 remaining valence electrons. We're going to start placing those 8 around the nitrogen to fulfill its octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which brings us down to just 2 valence electrons to satisfy carbon's octet, which is not going to be enough. So to fulfill carbon's octet, we're going to need to take some of the electrons from nitrogen, and we're going to need to use them as part of a multiple bond with the carbon. In this case, we can redraw it as carbon, being now what's called triply bonded to nitrogen, and each of those atoms has a non-bonding pair of electrons in addition. If we want to redraw this, we can have carbon with 3 lines to indicate a triple bond to nitrogen, again with the non-bonding pair on each atom, and we're going to call this a -1 ion. We need to make sure we put the brackets and the charge around these structures to show that it has an extra electron.